It seems as though the more the Daddy and Daughter Dream Team tries to cover their tracks and act like an innocent family, the worse everything gets and the more is unveiled. And that continues to ring true because some of the stuff we'll cover in this video is far worse than even I thought that it would ever get. Before we get into that though, be sure to subscribe to the channel so that I can feed my 9 children. Which yeah, I kept that under wraps, I know, I'm sorry for deceiving you all, but in between this video and the last one, I've given birth to 9 kids with a 10th on the way. So obviously, you know, I need to take care of my children, and your subscriptions would be very much appreciated in helping me do so. I have always wondered, like, to anyone with a cat, can they say that they have 9 cats because they have, like, it has 9 lives, doesn't it? So technically, 9 kids. Now, before you get it twisted, me and my kids, Prince here, we're not like the Daddy and Daughter Dream Team, right? Which, I mean, you'd fucking hope so. We should probably start talking about those two now, actually. So, here's the viral video of Sarah that has been everywhere the past few days.
Outraged and upset that people think we're a couple. Well, we are. But we also don't understand why people see the worst. Coming on here raging at people won't help, so why should we waste everyone's time? I get that some people aren't as affectionate as we are, but taking the leap from hugging and being close to each other all the time to that is absolutely the biggest stretch.
So this video obviously went viral because it is them admitting that they are a couple. Does not really take an Einstein to figure that one out. However, the thing is, that clip is obviously from a larger video, which I cannot find anywhere. I don't even know when it was filmed or how old it is, because these guys just have so much content that comes out so constantly that you can barely keep up with any of it. Every breath they take, every step they take, every piss they do, and every time they moo, they're recording it. I also want to be clear off the bat, for those who haven't seen my previous videos on these two, this couple, the last one got age restricted, so you might not have seen it. For those people, don't you worry, the girl you just watched is called Sarah, and she is the daughter in the Dad and Daughter Dream Team TikTok channel. The dad is called Patrick. Here's some footage of him.
So, Sarah.
Yeah? What are you doing? What? What is this?
Sarah, will you wear this ring as a sign and a promise to God and to me to remain pure until the day you're married?
And long story short, they make a lot of content where they're very incestuous and way too close. I'm sure we'll see some of that today. If you're at all interested, I recommend you give my other videos a watch so that you know the context behind all this. For those who are already clued up though, we'll move on. I feel as though the couple comment in this video was like, it's very obviously not her admitting like, yeah, we are a couple, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, we date each other, we shag each other. It's a completely normal thing that me and my father do, just to trust each other. It's how every daughter and dad learn to trust each other. It's definitely her in like some weird, patronizing, fucking pretentious way being like, yeah, we are a couple, but just because we're a couple doesn't mean we need to be romantic. We're a couple in the same way the Rizzle Kicks are a couple. None of you will get that reference. We're a couple in the same way that Joey Valanson and Brea, right? We just work together. We're almost business partners, right? And we do really sick raps. This ain't a watch, it's an Omnitrix. Except, to be fair, they do make raps, but they're all fucking AI and greatly disturbing. My confusion is like, if you want to dispel the myth that you two are fucking, why would you go on camera and be like, yeah, you know what, guys? We are a couple. This isn't 8 Mile with Eminem where you can just say your deepest, darkest secrets and expect people to go, oh, you're a couple. All right, fair enough. Look, you know what? You're admitting it. Maybe not in the way that we expected, but because you said that, we'll lay off you a little bit. We'll fuck off now. We got what we wanted. That's why I feel like it's just a pretty deliberate provocation of the TikTok algorithm and what they know will get people talking. I wouldn't even doubt if this was written by Patrick himself. There are some videos we'll watch later on where they talk at the same time. Well, Sarah's talking, supposedly, but then Patrick is mouthing her words, which very obviously displays that there is a script that he has written there. I want to show you all some stuff that I missed in my other pieces of coverage on this fucking strange family, and also, if you don't know who they are, this will pretty much explain everything for you. Alright, Naz, first of all, the copyright and music is not the biggest issue with this video, but monetization-wise, it definitely is, so make sure you change that out and put, I don't know, is there like, some sort of, like, put on some royalty-free incest music. Whatever you deem that to be, put that in, and we'll see, and the viewers will judge you accordingly. For everyone who isn't my editor, however, I'd say pay close attention to what you're watching here, but you probably don't want to do that. I certainly fucking don't. I mean, he's creeping on her the same way that, like, a weird, creepy old man would creep on a young woman on, like, the fucking train or something. It's not something you'd ever expect from a father and daughter. I mean, you'd think, ideally, if you're a woman, the last person to be staring at you like that would be your own fucking father. And I don't think there is an innocent way to explain shit like that away. Like, maybe, yeah, 1 or 2 screenshots where it's like an awkwardly timed look over at something that is worse than it looks, maybe, you know what I mean? But it's pretty fucking consistent. It's in like every video that they ever make, and also it's in the videos, right? So the videos are gonna paint them out to be as good as possible. Who knows what the fuck is going on off camera, or where he looks and how often off camera. These two sleep in the same fucking room. She's 22 years old, by the way. I understand there are financial situations where that is just what needs to happen, right? But it certainly doesn't look good when you're famous for being way too close to one another.
Like you always used to do.
I was different then, I don't need them to be cool.
Yeah, they had to like swear publicly to their audience, oh guys, you know what? I promise you all, just because we don't want to disappoint you guys, we will stop touching each other way too comfortably and sexually. Only to then place his hand on her inner fucking thigh. Like, even in videos that we've covered before, they go like, oh, remember, we're not supposed to be touching each other. So they just can't fucking help it, even though they've taken this vow. It doesn't matter to them. I mean, just the existence of the vow itself, like, if you're a family that needs to vow not to touch each other publicly for millions online, you know something's fucked, like, inherently, unfixably. The bread's been toasted and there's nae going back. You cannot be, the bread is so, there's no scraping off the fucking black bits. Nah, it's done. It's over. One chomp out of that toast and it'll give you 10 different variations of cancer. That's how bloody burnt this shit is by this point. There's nae fixing it.
What year was I born?
19...
Here's another one that here's another one that I just cannot believe I missed. Like, first of all, the fucking framing. It literally looks like she's one of them, like, monsters from Alien. She's just protruding out of his fucking belly. But yeah, what a fun TikTok game they're playing where they need to get the questions right. Otherwise, they get dunked into a small container of water, I guess. How could this possibly go wrong?
1981?
Good. Sorry, just getting warmed up here.
Yo, stop. Just look at the way he's like bobbing her head back and forth, man. Is awful. Like, I actually cannot bear to watch him. He really creeps me out. This is like the whitest shit ever, by the way. I don't mean to like make it about race, but can you really disagree with me? I feel like the KKK would look at this TikTok account and go like, you know, no, this is too, even for us, this is too white. Like, no, get away from, this is not what we're about. If Patrick is watching this video, he's probably developing skin cancer from the fucking light radiating from his phone. That's how white this bastard family is, man.
Okay.
So, let's see. How old was I when you were born?
21?
Yo, stop she's not a fucking dog, Patrick. Why are you patting her on the head like that? That was also, I mean, this is not the obviously the concerning part of the video, but that was like the most pathetic dunk I've ever seen. Once again, you can tell they're white. They have no idea how to fucking dunk. This is like really low-hanging fruit jokes right here. These are like awful. I need to stop, actually.
Okay, so, what's my favorite movie?
I know this one.
Lolita, I reckon. Or Old Boy. He probably loves Old Boy, but like not for the reasons that anyone else does. Anyone who's seen Old Boy will fucking love that reference, by the way.
The original Star Trek?
What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he doing? There was no reason to stroke her. There's never to stroke her hair like that after she's just fucking been dunked into the water. It really doesn't get any better. Like, the more you watch this channel, it never gets any better. There is not one video. I don't think that, yeah, genuinely, I don't think there's one video they've made where they interact like a normal family.
Nope. The Neverending Story.
Yep, I knew that too.
I can't. I'm glad the video ended there because I could not bear to watch any fucking more of that. Here's what I was talking about earlier where it's very clear that Patrick is scripting pretty much fucking everything.
Daddy-daughter reactions.
Look.
I'm Daddy.
I'm Daughter.
And today, we're going to be reacting. We're going to react to some scary videos and jump scares from TikTok.
All right, look, obviously I've paused it in the middle. I was saying look there, but I paused it before it's even fucking happened, so that's my bad on that one. But I've got to say, like, that is the shittest reaction video ever. If I put a video out being like, oh, reacting to jump scares on TikTok, that's an immediate 10 out. I don't think that even breaks 10k views, man. Why would they ever think this is a good idea? That just sounds like the most boring video ever. You know the jump scares are coming. They won't be scary anymore. That's the whole point, is that you don't know they're coming. At least in my opinion. But whatever, right? Here's what I was talking about.
Sit back, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the ride.
It's a fucking octopus, man, with some scary music over it. But yeah, Naz, I'm sure you zoomed in on his face there. He was mouthing her fucking words. Like, I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think that he just happened to be mouthing some other shit or breathing in a weird way. He was definitely mouthing her words. So is every part of this 6-minute video scripted? Probably just the intro, to be fair. But I don't know, it gives me the impression that, like, she isn't the one who is wanting to be in these videos. Like, he's definitely forcing it upon her. Which makes total sense, because you can trace back Patrick's internet history to, like over 10 years, I think. Like, if you can go back ages, and there's videos that he's been making for, like, daily. He's been making videos daily for about a decade now, I feel. It's very obvious that he has always dreamed of being internet famous, and he's found out that his daughter is the easiest way to do so. Now, obviously, it's not the most ethical. It's probably the least ethical way to do so at his disposal that he's willing to do, but he just wants to be internet famous by any means necessary. At least in my opinion, I think that's what's going on here.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice, young lady.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice, young lady. Is that on purpose, or are they just genuinely stupid? Don't look at me in that tone of... It's like, just writes itself, like the jokes, man. Like, what is wrong with these people?
I'll look at you however I want to look at you. I'm free, white, and 21.
Free, white, and 21. Those are... That is like... That's the holy trio. That's the holy trinity, that one. I don't have the authority to look at him in that tone of voice. I am free, and I am 21, but that third criteria, I lack it. I'm not on that enough. Free, black, brown, and 21 doesn't have the same ring to it either. I'll give her that. Holy shit, she's older than me. Fucking hell. I've just clocked that. She's like... Because she's 22 now. That's insane. You can see, like, as these videos went on, she sort of starts to lose patience with him and stop acting like she's comfortable with it all, which makes me feel as though she was never comfortable with it all, but just as the internet and the pressure sort of got to them, it became a lot harder to act as though she was cool with everything on camera. Like, she starts to physically recoil a lot more when her dad goes mental. Here's a good example that I could find.
Alright, guys.
So you can see in that part there where he's essentially just fucking rubbing his cock on her as he walks by, which he did not need to do by any means at all. Like, that was not necessary in the slightest, but you can see she's not a fan of it. Unsurprisingly, by the way, like, who could blame her for that? No one's watching this video thinking like, oh, she should have sold that reaction a bit more, made us feel like, you know, she was really into it, because this acting is just shoddy, to be honest. It doesn't live up to the standards of the rest of this account. It's the mask slipping a little bit, in my opinion. It's a little bit of like, I guess, evidence that she fucking does not like this lifestyle. I'd be willing to bet she doesn't like the food either, because that looks like gobshite. It's got nothing on the shepherd's pie that we made on the Shepherd's Boy YouTube channel a couple of days ago. Yeah, it's stuff like this where I'm like, this must be partially... She is to blame a little bit, like. Prince, can you leave my fucking screen alone? He's after my mouse. Is he still looking at it, yeah? Yeah, he is. He's not up and down, up and down. No, he's sick of it now, because I brought him over to me. Just stay here. You're destroying my setup. You're not allowed to do that. I need to record so I can make money so that I can buy you kibble and cat food and toys and shit. You don't know what you're trying to destroy, young boy. Now, before we get on to the more present day stuff where Sarah has essentially moved house, supposedly, there's a lot of speculation there as well, but before we get into that, I feel as though we should do some Tarantino shit and go right back to the past, because I have found the first public is what I was gonna say. The first public video of Sarah that has been put out by Patrick, obviously.
And so I wanted to introduce her. She's always wanted to be on YouTube, so now's her chance.
Yeah, so obviously you can tell from the vibe of this video, you can easily infer that he's been doing this for a while now, and he talks about his kids a lot, he talks about his life or whatever, and he has a platform, at least like a tiny platform, but he has people that watch him, maybe like 3 or 4. This is before it all went tits up, man. Before everything went downhill. And by downhill, I meant, ironically, by him getting way more famous.
Now's her chance, and that's all you get.
No, it's not. I want more.
No,
On my own.
No, not yet. So, anyway.
That was a very warranted hearty belly laugh there. What a brilliant, honestly. This is just some side-splitting comedy, and I'll be real. How old is she? Like 20 years old there? I ain't never met a 20-year-old gal that talked like that. Especially around their dad on camera. Just alien. This is how I feel extraterrestrials would act if they were trying to imitate human behavior. You just give them the prompt, be a father and a daughter. On Earth, fathers and daughters like each other quite a bit. That sounds like the basis for this whole account, right? You've told two extraterrestrials that, and they've taken like each other quite a bit too far, and the person who's written the prompt is like, no, not like that's not what I meant by like it. They don't like it, not like that. Okay, so here is the first of many videos that details Sarah's moving from her parents' house, right? She's gonna be all on her own. Obviously, off the bat, that is a great thing if it's true, but let's just watch the video first, right?
Hey guys, so I didn't want to say anything until I was 100% sure, but there are two big changes coming for me soon. First, I got a new job! I'm going to be a customer service representative for a local company. The best thing is I get weekends off and I work a consistent schedule. I don't know how I'm going to like working in a little cubicle answering phones all day, but it pays really well. Which brings me to number 2.
I mean, that is just splendid news. You cannot fucking be angry at that. She's actually got a job now that is separate from the TikTok shit, so she doesn't need to depend on acting incestuous for money anymore. Hopefully that's true, and if it is, then genuinely, that's fucking great, and I wish her all the best.
I will be moving into my own place. It's just a studio apartment. Actually, it's kind of like an extended stay like where we used to live, but it gets me out on my own so I can finally lay all these terrible rumors to rest. I move in next week. I'm so excited. I won't be doing an apartment tour this time though because distinguishing features may dox my location, and since I'll be living alone, I definitely don't want that.
Now, the lack of apartment tour is actually a crucial piece of information here, which you might think to be funny because that justification of why she's not doing an apartment tour sounds like unbelievably reasonable. From the amount that these people are probably being spotted in real life and treated by like actual human beings out in the wild, I wouldn't judge her at all for not wanting to be found and, you know, being extra cautious in terms of where she's living at. It's soon revealed, however, that the reason she doesn't give an apartment tour isn't for the reason that she is giving us, but more on that later. Let's just take this video at face value for the time being, and yeah, I mean, it's just pretty good vibes so far. Like, there's not really much you can criticize about all of this if it is true. Yeah, it might only be a studio apartment, but we all start from somewhere. They don't seem like the most financially affluent, you know, I guess family in the world. She's just got her first job, her first, like, proper job. Things are looking up. It's very admirable. It's very good. It's very great, right? It's just smiles all around, sweet peaches, ice cream, and dancing dildos.
Some of it as I film my videos, but again, I have to be careful. I am finishing up the course for my driver's license, so hopefully soon I won't have to take Uber or the bus to get to work. I'm very excited for this, but also nervous too.
And she can learning to drive as well? My god, things are just incredible right now. I can't imagine how this could be any better. I'm sat here cheesing. I can't even drive. Which is a big source of insecurity for me, actually, because whenever I watch those, like, predator sting videos with those weird predatorial creeps coming to meet, like, very young children, a lot of them can drive. And I'm sat there watching, like, oh god, I can't even drive. Why does this horrible piece of shit know how to drive and I don't? It's very embarrassing.
Is going to be more difficult even with a good paying job. Staying in the extended stay is going to be good because if I find I can't handle it and need to come home, I can without destroying my credit or rental history. Soon I will be doing some get ready with me videos for work, nights out with friends, maybe even a date or two if I can find someone I like. Please come on this journey with me and support me as I attempt to build my own life. Don't get me wrong, I will still hang out with my family. I just need to establish myself as an individual to prove to everyone that I'm an independent adult. Maybe then they'll stop worrying about me, especially
Prince, do you think people should sub to the channel? Look at him nodding. Yep, yes he does.
Anyway,
yes, he thinks people should subscribe to the channel. How
How
brilliant is that? Yes, everyone go listen to him. Everyone go listen to Prince.
Love you guys. Bye.
Oh, I just realized I wasn't listening to anything she was fucking saying. It's alright, you know what? I'm sure it was nothing of value. We'll move on to the next one, right? I'm not rewatching this shit. And in my defense, I am sure none of you were listening to what she was saying either. You were all too focused on, you know, what's really important here, which is we Prince.
Nighttime routine.
Why is everything white now. I had everything on dark. What the hell happened? Why is everything white? TikTok was on dark mode just a second ago. See, for everyone criticizing my race jokes earlier, this family is so fucking white that they have literally transformed my TikTok from dark mode to light mode. I did not do that. Naz, you've seen everything. I have no idea how that fucking happened. It was on dark mode a second ago. I genuinely don't know. The only explanation I have is that they're so white, TikTok can't fucking handle it. How do I get this bitch back on dark mode? See, like, I've refreshed. It's on dark mode now. I don't know what that was, guys. This fucking family just destroys. That was like a break in the simulation there.
Nighttime routine as a 23-year-old woman living alone for the first time. So I have to take a shower. I took a shower last night before I went to bed. I take showers before I go to bed because it helps me sleep. And Jackie decided she was going to take foot at my feet after I got out of the shower. And then
again, all right, we're not watching this whole thing. It's a day in the life video of a newly living alone woman, right? Which is great. Again, good for her. Glad to see it. But I'm not gonna watch 2 minutes and 20 seconds of it. Nor will I subject any of you guys to it. All that's important is that she's living on her own now, and that is great. We're very happy to hear that. The top comment here as well. That is a great toothpaste. I think that's bullshit. But they're all the fucking same toothpaste. It's just marketing, really. But here's where things start to go tits up.
Sarah from DaddyDaughterDreamTeam has allegedly moved into her own apartment, but I have dug up the video that her dad posted not too long ago of when they moved into their new apartment, and it looks eerily similar to the one Sarah is showing, because she doesn't show very much. She is very specific on what she shows and how these are cropped in her video. Now keep in mind, this apartment move came after people started finding out that this corn AI account could be connected to her and her father.
Yeah, okay. The corn AI account. Fuck, I hate that we're using those words, by the way. You know what? Maybe corn is better because my fucking vocal cords are not allowing me to say the actual word. Maybe that's because I'm secretly like 2 billion% Christian and I just cannot bear to say those sinful words. Or maybe my stutter is just getting the better of me more so than usual today. But no. I've still got the mojo. Pornography, pornographic. See, I've got it. I've said it. That's the holy trio. We're sorted. But yeah, the pornographic AI spicy account thing, whatever you want to fucking call it. More on that later because that is what got the last video age restricted. So I feel as though we should do a little recap on that for those who aren't aware. But for now, we'll finish watching this first, right? But just a pre-warning, it's a very fair reason to want to move out of your dad's house, knowing that he's writing that shit.
Blue, she says she is moving out on her own. So this is what she says is her coffee table. Very weird, has a blue tablecloth over it, a Christmas tree, and very, very small portions of this living room. As well as a very small section of the living room with this backdrop of these books hiding the wall. Could that be hiding the bright orange wall that is very hard to hide? Maybe. Now this is what she says is her living room TV area, because you can see the blue tablecloth here. But pay very close attention to this picture frame and this flower over here on the corner, because this is her bed, and what do you see right here? That same flower and that same picture frame right here, which means she would be sleeping in her living room, but if she was living by herself, she would have a bedroom. She wouldn't have to sleep in her living room. Then you have the kitchen. This is Sarah's alleged kitchen. This is the kitchen in the dad's video of their new apartment. Flat stove, white microwave. Notice the handles right here. Same handles, flat stove, and then there is the same microwave up here. Small sink, small sink. I hope I'm wrong, but it looks scarily similar to the apartment that he is showing in this video right here. Look at the baseboards. Now, could it be an apartment in the same building? Yes. But is it more likely that she never moved out of her parents' apartment? Also, yes. Let me know what you think. Did she move out on her own, or is she still living with her parents?
But at the end of that video, there was some I think they were just screaming children, but like, it sounded mad from this angle. Right, to be fair, their name is Thrifting Mum of One, so it does make sense why there'd be, you know, a one. My stutter really is I don't know what it is today, but I'm just gone mad. I do have a stutter, by the way. Like, you guys, this is why my editor I feel he needs more respect than most, because I am the most difficult fucker to edit for probably on the planet. The amount of stutters that get cut out this bitch, thank you so much, Naz. But look, for this little video comparison here, I feel as though there is a level of plausible deniability. The evidence does look relatively damning, but like, you can definitely deny it pretty convincingly, I feel. There are even some comments here being like, same building but different apartment, the outlet and the kitchens aren't in the same spot. In her dad's video, the cupboard handles are centered under the stove. In her video, the cupboard handles are off center. There's also the whole thing about like, if it's a studio apartment, there wouldn't really be any bedrooms anyway. So I would say the evidence here is inconclusive, but just that aside, she certainly was not happy about these rumors spreading, right? Sarah was very fucking pissed off. So here is a very angry, intimidating video that she made, threatening everyone and just telling everyone she's gonna fucking kill. That's not what it is. She's just angry and saying, please stop making these accusations, basically.
You know, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to just go about my business and let everyone see me and celebrate my new life with me.
See, this is it. Like, you can tell, it's a very ominous opening, right? This is like the beginning of her villain arc. No more Mr. Nice Guy. This is you've released the beast inside. You question my living situation. Why I oughta.
I didn't want to be a bitch, but apparently that's what everyone wants to see. So guess what? In the words of Matilda, no more Miss Nice Girl. So, you all don't like that I call my room at the extended stay an apartment. Too bad. For all intents and purposes, it is an apartment. I had the bed removed so I would have more room. My bed is smaller and fits better, which gives me more room to move.
What is an extended, is that an American thing, an extended stay? I'm from the UK, what is an extended stay? Wow, these fucking TikTok comments are so convenient, it's like they're reading my mind. They are similar to a hotel, except they have a kitchenette, they are cheaper than hotels because you get discounts for longer stays, they are generally more than rent at an apartment, however, your utilities and Wi-Fi are covered in the cost, plus no credit check and no lease, so it all evens out in the end. Okay, so I don't think that's really that big a deal. Anyone criticizing her for sort of messing up or not using the proper nomenclature are just, I feel like they're being pedantic. I'll give her that.
The apartment looks like the one my family used to live in. Duh, it's an extended stay. They all look pretty similar. So because it looks similar and it's an extended stay, I must be lying. What reason do I have to lie to you punk-ass bitches? I'll never see any of you in real life, so what does it matter? It isn't like I have to cover anything up because there's nothing to cover up. I live in an apartment at an extended stay place in the Dallas area. The only thing I lied about is my exact location.
You would have a reason to lie. Let's not act as though there is no reason to lie, right? The reason to lie is that the whole fucking internet despises you and your father. Mainly your father, so separating yourself from him would be the best possible move, both, I guess, PR-wise, financially-wise, just everything. Like, if you want people to like you, act as though you don't live with your father anymore. I mean, you said in your initial video as to why you were moving out that the whole reason behind the move is to put the rumors to bed. So there you go. That's the reason to lie, to put the rumors to bed. I don't imagine the whole internet thinking that you're fucking your dad would be very pleasant. So that would be a good reason to lie about moving out.
Why? Because I don't want you freaks showing up and harassing me, or worse. Not that I wouldn't enjoy the chance to smack a troll in the face or introduce them to my friend Taurus if they stepped 1 foot in my apartment or threatened my life. You see, they say I'm not intelligent, yet they're the ones commenting stupid shit and then posting about it on their little fan page for me to see. And since the comment in question was filtered, I know it had to have been written by the person posting the photo about it, since they're the only ones besides me that can see it. So I blocked them. Anyone who posts on that page is blocked the instant I find out it's them. Then what do? They create a whole new account and try the same shit again. Isn't that the definition of insanity? Trying the same thing over and over and expecting different results? Really, it is quite hilarious to watch. And I know you're gonna post about this saying I'm being defensive. Yep, I'm defending myself rather than letting you punks walk all over me. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need your safe space? Fucking pansies. No, wait, I know. You're gonna say I'm bullying you because I called you stupid. Oh no, I'm a big bad bully because you can't handle when people actually fight back.
This is like low-key badass. Like, I'm actually shivering in my boots a little bit here. I've let this clip play out a bit because I've tried to talk, but I'm so scared that my words genuinely cannot come out. She's even pulled out the definition of insanity stuff at some point in this. This is like, honestly, you take the Far Cry 3 opening cutscene and just replace it with this TikTok and it would have just as much of an effect. If not, this would be better. Michael Mando has nothing on this lady.
You call me and my dad and making fun of my weight. That's not bullying though. That's just you being concerned.
She does have a lot of, like, very valid reason to be angry here, to be fair. Like, I am on her side for, honestly, probably the majority of this. Like, if she truly has moved out and has no association with her parents anymore, like, at least in terms of living situation, and the whole internet's calling her a fucking liar, then, yeah, I understand why that'd piss you off. And I do think that she has moved out. I think she isn't, like, being truthful about her extended stay. Fair, yeah, like, most studio apartments do look relatively similar, especially if, you know, they're in a similar sort of area, which I'm sure they are. I'm sure she's not moved to a different state or anything, or maybe even a different city. They probably live in the same fucking city. And yeah, the whole pregnancy rumor shit, like, people were assuming that she was pregnant because she looked a little chubby in a lot of the pictures and videos and stuff, and I feel as though, because I'm assuming, and it's pretty much confirmed, that she isn't fucking pregnant, and especially not with her father, people assuming, and honestly, forcefully assuming, a lot of them, that she is pregnant purely because of her weight, must have felt like shit for her. So I understand why she'd be pissed off there as well. Whilst the melodramatic and extremely cartoony way she's delivering the message is, of course, rather humorous, I can definitely get behind the message here and the sort of, the anger, if that makes sense.
You can dish it out, expecting me to just ignore you so you can keep doing it. But the second I snap back, it's, oh, she must be guilty. Why would she be so defensive? Bitch, you are literally calling me a liar. So what, I'm supposed to just sit back and let you insult me and not defend myself? To hell with that. You go on and keep believing you matter. If me telling you off is your idea of a victory, then by all means, you win. You want to assume I'm a liar or trying to cover things up? Fine. Just don't dig too deep and try to actually find me, because if any one of you show up, I will gladly tell you exactly where you can go, and if you threaten my safety, I will respond in kind. Don't think I can't defend myself because I'm a girl or because I don't look like I can defend myself.
Honestly, pretty fucking based. I will say, don't invite your viewers or haters especially to fight you. Rather silly move, because, like, there are definitely some sick freaks out there that'll take that as a genuine challenge and, like, try to track you down and have a fucking fight with you. And, like, there's definitely a certain group of people that would fucking take a swing and then use this video as like, oh, to be fair, you told me to. Like, if I happen to see you in public, I'm entitled to smack you now because you gave me permission, right? Now, you don't want to incite violence, even if it is to yourself in your TikToks, right? It's just not the right move, in my opinion. That being said, if any of you see me in public and you want some, I'll fucking give it you. I'm heading to Florida soon. This November, baby. Dankyjabo goes to Florida, and I'll have all of you fuckers. I made it clear already. We're going to Waffle House, and we're scrapping. We're having scraps in Waffle House, and we'll put it on the Dankyjabo channel as well. I feel like with all the chat on this fucking channel about Waffle House, I genuinely feel as though I need to, like, publicize my Waffle House stay to an extent. I'll put it on, you know what, that could be the perfect use for the Shepherd Boy channel. Whatever, we'll figure all that shit out. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it, alright? Here's that AI account we were talking about earlier that was linked to Sarah's dad. What they did was they found the emails. I'm not sure how exactly, I'm not going to show the emails here, but they found the emails that were associated with this account, or found the emails that were associated with, like, just Patrick's social life. Like, they found Patrick's emails, tried to sign up to Literotica with those emails, only to find that the emails were already in use. And they were also linked to this Babe for Dad account, right? And you've got shit like Hot Mummy Fuck Stud Son, Mama's Best Boy, Daddy and Mimi Go to a Hotel, Fuck Me Daddy, Trashy Romance Novel, Part 3, Love Between the Spreadsheets. I like that one. That one's clever. I like that one. We will not be reading any of these, however, because I think that this is what got the last video age restricted. And obviously I need money. Like, I need to be paid for this one to take care of my 9 children. And also probably for those American medical bills after my Waffle House fights. We can read this one, though. This one doesn't seem to be as sexy as the other ones. How to Write Funny. I could probably use this one. I feel like the comedy on this channel has been quite dry recently. But not to worry, though, because Patrick's here to save the day. You know what? I'm taking that back. This is fucking just atrocious. We're not reading this. I mean, just look at it. Now we're crazy bitch and gay American. We should start a radio show. Finally, you wasp, you white Anglo-Saxon pervert. You finally have something to hyphenate about. What is this fucking bollocks, man? What context could save this or explain it in any way, shape, or form, or make it humorous in any way, shape, or form? I feel like he's just combined a bunch of random words and tried to funny random his way through a literotica funny novel. And it's meant to be a tutorial as well. Like, that's just fucking embarrassing if you're Patrick. I think I'd find more humor in a drowning beaver than this shit. And I love beavers. There was also this video that went pretty viral recently as well, and I want to give this a watch because I'm genuinely curious as to what is included here.
This message is for Sarah of the Dad and Daughter Dream Team account. If you are not Sarah, you could keep watching or you could keep scrolling. But Sarah, I want you to know that what has happened to you is not your fault. It was never your fault. You were raised in an environment that was unhealthy. I have a wonderful relationship with my father. He is as loving and as protective and as involved in my life as your father is, but he would never dream of touching me the way your father touches you. He would never dream of writing father-daughter incest
corn,
and uploading it to a website.
Fucking hell, that corn really just pierced through every audio software that this video had to offer. My father would never dream of writing incest. Corn! Oh, God, I love popcorn, candy corn, sweet corn, all the corn! I will say, it's not like he didn't just dream of doing it. He's actually done it. Like, he is doing it. He is touching her like that. Like, it's mad.
He would never dream of considering me for a purity ring.
Bro, this purity ring shit is mad, by the way. I learned a bit more about purity rings the other day, and it's like, bro, it's, again, so alien to me. And the thing is, there's actually so many videos on TikTok of families giving their daughters purity rings, and a lot of them are being given to them by the fucking dad, like in a very similar style to the Dad-Daughter Dream Team. You know, we'll give one of those a watch after this one, because I want to show you all that it's not just an isolated instance. Like, this is a fucking actual thing that happens to many, many families who happen to, well, a lot of them happen to, like, actually detail it online.
And I understand that you've been raised in this environment and it has been ingrained into you probably from the day that you have been old enough to understand language, that what you are experiencing is normal, but it's not. It is not.
I do wonder about that. I do wonder if, like, he's always been acting like this with her, or when he realized it was a more profitable way to act online, like a better way to garner attention, that's when he started doing it purely for the internet's attention. I feel as though that would definitely be the best case scenario. Like, you'd rather they weren't doing this their whole lives, or they weren't doing it behind camera, just on their ones, and it is just purely for rage bait. As awful as that would be as well, I think it is the better alternative, as grim as that sounds.
There is no well-adjusted father out there who would do the things to his daughter that your father is doing to you. And I am so sorry that you've had to go through this. I know you probably don't view yourself as a victim, and maybe if your father has never touched you, you aren't a sexual victim. But regardless of what he has or hasn't done regarding your physical body, he has stunted you. He has held you back psychologically, socially, emotionally, and that is not what a parent who loves their child does to that child.
I feel like he's also done the same thing to the wife as well. Like, she is treated like utter shite. Once again, we've not really talked much about the wife in this video, but go watch my other videos on this subject, because she is the one that I feel most sorry for here. Or maybe on like an equal playing field, her and the daughter. You know what it is? I just feel as though Patrick is keep him far away from girls and women. There's just nothing good that can come out of it. It's like oil and water. It's just never a good combination. That's not even like a decent example though, because oil and water are great separately. Patrick isn't great separately at all. Like, he's on his own, he's shit. Patrick and women is like dog shit and cheese. Although dog shit does have maybe, like, it can, you know, help fertilize plants, so that's not the best example. I'm trying to think of something that is like completely useless. What is completely useless? I'm really pondering this right now. No, you know what? I'm genuinely stumped here, but my ADHD will not let me continue unless I think of something useless. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are useless, aren't they? They provide no sort of, there's no nectar, there's no pollination. All they do is make the earth worse, right? So I guess Patrick and women are like mosquitoes and cheese. Cheese on its own is fucking brilliant. Mosquitoes on their own, horrible. When you put the two together, just a big mess that cannot be solved by anyone. That took way too long. Thinking of something truly useless is like actually fucking super difficult. I'm sure maybe I'm wrong as well. Some mosquito expert in the comment is gonna be like, well, actually, mosquitoes are very useful in controlling the population of this certain species that is very important in keeping the biohabitat. It's like, whatever, right? That is the best I can think of right now. Leave me alone. That took me way too long. I'm genuinely stressed. I'm fucking sweating. Here's the TikToker that made that video. video if you want to go show them some love. I think it was a pretty good video. Very difficult to disagree with the points being made there by her. But I want to show you all another purity ring video from a family that isn't the Daddy Daughter Dream Team to show you all that this is no isolated instance.
Go ahead and tell her. I can't open this.
I mean, there's a lot of similarities between the two, to be fair.
Let me explain something to you. This ring right here is our purity ring. It's something we've done. We give them to you.
Yo, look at her face. Look at her face when she sees that it's a purity ring, man. She looks way less comfortable than fucking Sarah did. And I will say, the Scran looks a lot better than the Scran that they Scran. I put something out on my Instagram story the other day about Scran, and I realized the Americans have no idea what Scran means. I got so many messages about fucking Scran. Scran means like, Scran is both a verb and a noun, right? In noun form, it means a delicious meal. In verb form, it means to eat, right? So you can scran a meal, you can eat a scran, or you could scran a scran. No one ever says that though. It's just scran, innit? It's vibes. Just look it up. I'm sure the internet can do a way better job of explaining than my fucking dumbass can.
13 years old, this ring is a reminder. Every time you feel it on your finger, every time you look at it, every time you touch it, it's a reminder of one gift that you can only give one time. Right. This ring is a pledge that you will save that for marriage. Okay? Uh-huh. Yeah, I know.
I wonder how long he practiced that speech, like, in the mirror. I'm gonna give her this ring, and I'm gonna say these words. It's gonna be a beautiful moment, and no one on that table looks very comfortable with it at all, in my opinion. I just hate this shit. Like, I just don't think it's acceptable. I don't think it's what parents should be doing. I'm not sure if this is a grandparent, maybe. Her virginity is not a gift to give to... She's not a fucking object, man. And I'd bet everything I own that he wouldn't give a purity ring to his son for this reason. When, in reality, the virginity of both a bloke and a woman are worth the exact same thing, which is socially constructed gobshite. I also found this definition here of covert incest, which I never heard of before, which I feel as though sums up exactly what the Daddy Daughter Dream Team are guilty of. And it's called emotional incest, otherwise known as covert incest. It's a form of emotional abuse where a parent or primary caregiver treats their child like a romantic partner, relying on them for the emotional support a partner would typically provide. And when you look at the way that he interacts with his wife, there is no way that he is, you know, getting that provided from by his wife, or even seeking it out. So the next best thing for him is his daughter, which is disgusting. I'm not going to read this whole sort of very well-mined article here. It is a good article if you're interested in the topic at all, so I'd recommend you give that a look. The reason why I don't want to read it partially is because I don't even think that it gets it on the... Like, I don't even think that the best clinical definition of whatever incest is going on here can describe exactly what's going on here, because there is an underbelly of wanting to get views on TikTok form. Like, I don't think... Maybe part of it is wanting this sort of emotional dependence or relying on the daughter as like a caregiver in a way that he can't get his wife to do, or doesn't care about his wife to do, if that makes sense. Maybe that's part of it, but I also feel a large part of it is, oh, I'm gonna act incestuous purely for TikTok views or whatever, which that article and most definitions of any type of incest, whether it be emotional, physical, or whatever, don't take into account because the definition wasn't made with sick fucks like that in mind. Now, that's pretty much the end of the video, in terms of like the Daddy Daughter Dream Team, what's happened with them since the last one. But before we leave, I do want to point out just a really funny video that I found of them that segues into a really funny segue. Might not be funny to you, but to me, I find this shit hilarious.
So listen close, cause I'ma say it slow. The devil's watching every move you make in every single place you go.
That there is just a classic Daddy Daughter Dream Team lip sync dance video that they got so famous for. It's what they're most passionate about, and I love it. But the song here is particularly amusing to me because it's by one of just the greatest generational talents of the world right now. His name is Dax. I'm sure you've all heard of him. He's fucking Dax. He's incredible, right? And if you don't know who Dax is, well, you're about to find out. Look, I just love that this is the type of music that the fucking Daddy and Daughter Dream Team listen to. If you don't know what I mean, I'll show you what I mean, right? It's fucking atrocious. So he's really like popping off recently from video. You know them like awful videos on TikTok of like the worst rapper you've ever come across in your life being like, they do like a skit where someone's like, oh, why'd you do this and that? And then it like cuts to the rapper who segues into their song from the, you know what, I'll show you, right?
Hello? Why are you acting like a bitch?
Because I gave you too many chances to understand that pain sounds different.
So this is like the promotion of his song, and I giggle at the thought of Daddy Daughter Dream Team sat in their living room listening to this shit and going like, oh, just speaks to my soul, man.
When it's coming from a man, we not allowed to feel, be real, explain, express, and when we do, we lose the upper hand.
Although, to be fair, watching the actual video, I do genuinely completely agree with the woman at the beginning. Like, why are you screaming at women, mate? Why are all of your fucking advertisements for your song just you screaming at women? Fucking hilarious. I love it. It's so funny to me. But she's right. Just fucking stop bitching. This is such bollocks. This is all it is, by the way. Like, if you scroll through his Instagram, it's one of the funny, like, you can just make a whole day out of just scrolling through this fucking Instagram account. And I look at the top comment, shut the hell up, bro, with 76,000 likes. It's just so funny.
Not allowed to feel, be real, explain, express, and when we do, we lose.
I sound like such a pick-me here, but I fucking hate men like this, that are like, oh, we're not allowed to feel or be. It's like, no, you are. What is stopping you? Just do it. Just do it. It's okay. You'll be fine. Just do it. See, this one clearly stayed like within his audience bracket. So deep. Thank you for speaking up for men that suffer and go through these difficult moments. Like, Dax is also that guy who did that one song that went viral on TikTok a couple months back for being just horrible, where it was like, my bad. I forgot you were fragile. I forgot someone who doesn't even know me told you I'm an asshole. And it's like him as the Joker on the side going like, as he gets other people to like duet as he's silent after that sick verse. This is not going to make any sense if you don't know what I'm talking about. Naz, I beg, like, find the videos I'm talking about so I don't look like a fucking maniac here.
You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but
man, ain't nobody gonna do this trash ass shit.
This song is from my recent album called From a Man's Perspective. I mean, with all due respect, that is just, I don't even need to listen to it, but it's the shittest album of all time. I can't wait to go on Spotify and not listen to that album. Now look at this, another one.
Do you not fucking hear me? Why you a fucking bitch? Why are you not listening to me? I'm tired of talking
because I gave you too many chances to understand. We only have value based on what we can provide.
We only have value based on what we can provide. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Like, this idea that men just aren't listened to unless they're able to provide something. It's like, no, people listen to men. I've made a whole career out of just talking shit to a camera. People don't, it's not as though men just don't, people don't give a fuck about us. We're good, my guy. We're good, brother. We're fine. Just no one's stopping you from having a chat, having a wine, having a talk, having a cry. In fact, the people who chat shit about men who do those things usually tend to be other guys.
You pushed me to the edge, play like you were blind, and then you blamed all of your actions on your zodiac sign.
And just an incredible generalization that, yeah, women just, they do whatever shit they want and then blame all their actions on the zodiac sign because that's just what women are, man. They just can't control them, honestly. Like, it's just horrific when you think about it. It's just so hard to be a man and so easy to be a woman. There you go. That is the music taste of the Daddy Daughter Dream Team. What a fucking shock.
Tried to wake up, but the devil had me in the hole. I tried to movie paralyze my skeleton and all my.
Yeah, you can see in that lip sync there, like that honestly, Dax's music really speaks to her on a soulful, emotional level. And you can all make of that what you will. I certainly will too. But as of right now, I think that's the end of today's video. Hopefully you all had fun. If you did, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I think that's it really. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye. That sounded like really unenthusiastic there, like I don't care about it. I do. It's just, usually my outros are a bit longer, but we're getting sort of, you know what, this is done. This is done. The video's over. I don't know why I'm still talking. I have this, like, fixation on sort of, not ending my videos abruptly, because I feel as though when Mr. Beast does it, it's like spurred on every YouTuber to do it. They go like, all right, bye, and then the video ends. And I hate that shit. Whenever I'm watching a YouTube video and it just ends like that, I feel as though I get a bit of whiplash, like I've just been in a car accident, or like I've just seen a close family member of mine get shot at. You know what I mean? It's like, it makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel scared. So I like to long out my outros a bit. Like old YouTube, man. There's some aspects of old YouTube that I miss. So, yeah, man. Crazy. Catch you all in the next one. Bye.